that kids should work. And I'm very strong on this, is that I've said this before and I'll say it all the time because I believe in it. And if you are good parents, I'm going to say this is going to be bold. If you are good parents, it is okay to utilize them within your business so that you all contribute, thus profit, thus become more successful, thus are a quote unquote successful family business. Now, what I mean by that, I've mentioned before that when I grew up in North Georgia, long time ago, whatever, when I grew up, I had to work part of my family business, which was not successful in many ways, meaning that we had a farm.
You ate, okay?
I ate, so it was successful. What did I do as a kid when I was 7 years old? I still remember I chopped wood until my hands pretty much bled. I built fences to put dogs in, woken up to feed the dogs. I got eggs from chickens. I did whatever. It was all physical labor as a 7-year-old. It was all physical labor. Did I get anything from that? I did learn discipline. I did learn how to focus because I got yelled at if I didn't do it correctly. Let's juxtapose that to now when you have kids who are quote unquote working and they're building a family video media business. I tell them my story, and I'm like, would you rather be outside milking cows, which might be fun one time, but do you want to do that? Do you want to do that every day at 6 o'clock in the morning, be woken up to milk cows? Or do you want to help make videos a couple times a week? And they say, I want to make YouTube videos. And I think kids want to make YouTube videos anyhow. I was at the park today, and this lady saw my GoPro camera because I had it in my Jeep because we were doing a video for Playtime with Jersey. And she was like, can you teach my son? He's right here. He's 9 years old. All he wants to do is be a YouTuber, and I have no idea what to do, and I don't know anything. So the kid came over to me, and he was just salivating because he felt he had this sensei in front of him. And I basically was like, you got to learn how to edit. You got to learn how to tell stories.
You told a 9-year-old?
Yeah.
You told a 9-year-old you got to learn how to tell stories?
Well, I mean...
I'm cracking up.
Basically, what I did tell him is you got to learn, you got to have fun with it. And of course, he has fun with it because he's 9 years old. Yeah. When you're 9 years old, you're not going to want to do something you don't want to do. And so every kid now...
Well, at least you're not going to do it successfully. It's going to be in your face that you don't want to do it.
Yeah. So, how do you feel about that? I know these are my opinions because if you go back to the beginning of time, and it's before technology, kids helped out on the farm. They helped out in any type of cultural or social environment before there was technology. It was all labor, carrying things, chugging water around. And a lot of times there was no sympathy for kids. It was basically the 8-year-old need to pull their weight just like the 32-year-old.
The 8-year-old would take care of the 2-year-old. You see the 8-year-old
exactly.
with the 2-year-old on their hip because mom or dad are over there. So if you're not over there with us, then you're over here with your younger sibling.
So I think with kids working, not working, whatever it is, my opinion is that if you're good parents, then it's okay. If you look at YouTube or you look at anything in life, there are some really awful parents, and they are exploiting their kids because that's what they're doing. Whereas we have chosen this path because we enjoy this family business, and it suits our personalities and our skill set.
It suits the kids' personalities, to be honest.
And the kids' personalities, and that's what they want to do. And mom and dad work harder than anyone. I've never worked this hard in my life. So we are putting in the work, and we deserve all the success that we have. And that's not arrogant, that's humble, because we've gone through all the humility of getting to this point. So with that said, it's a case by case with parents. We deserve what we're getting because we're good parents. We're teaching discipline, focus, how to be present, how to listen, all these great things that the girls in Jersey will take into other parts of their life and become excellent students, excellent athletes, excellent whatever they decide to do. And they know they don't have to keep doing this forever. At some point, they don't want to. They're going to take the social skills and the mental skills and the other skills and say, no, I'm going to apply what mom and dad taught me with YouTube, and I'm going to put it over here, and I'm going to be great. What prompted me to want to talk about this is I was watching this documentary about Ryan's toy review or Ryan's World. And people are really coming down on that kid and that family. And I watched everything with a close eye. And I really looked at it and I thought, for what you like or don't like about the whole thing, it's easy to hate on somebody. But I looked at it and I said, they have a team of a lot of people, editors and producers have the whole thing. I think Ryan probably shows up 1 to 2 hours a week and plays with stuff that he thinks is fun.
Ryan is living his best life.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like other people around him are working hard. He's kind of popping in and like, doing some fun stuff, playing with a new thing, doing a science experiment. And so why is that not okay? It's like, love it or hate it or whatever. When I look at the parents and the mom and dad, like they have a past or whatever. But when I look at what they're doing currently, I'm like, I don't think that kid's working at all. I think he's having fun. And I think hopefully his mom and dad are helping him understand that he's contributing to a big business that he's very, very central part of. But I don't think he's editing videos. He's not uploading files. He's showing up and opening a box for an hour. Then he's like, whatever. And he's having fun with that. Kind of in a similar light, our kids show up and do the part for the video that we need for the family. And then they go about their iPad and like, dad edits the videos or mom edits the videos as well sometimes. Whatever we got to do, we deal with the emails and the brand deals and like all these other things. Yep. It's a very successful business for us because we have worked hard.
We manage the business. And as I said before, kid talent is not unheard of. It's not new. And I honestly think YouTube has made it better because it allows for good parents, as you said before, to control what happens to the kid talent. A lot of times, talented kids who went out for auditions and were acting and singing and modeling, you hear the stories about how, set life was horrible and they really loved the craft, but they hated the business part of it. They loved being on stage, they loved this, they loved that, but they hated the business part. All that other stuff that our kids don't have to deal with. And, the way I see it and looking at our kids I'm on the inside, obviously. Right. Trying to look from the outside in and saying that, well, did we make that because we've been doing videos? Or is it just a comfort zone for them that doing the videos has made them better at the videos, but they've always been comfortable being in front of the camera? Mm-hmm. And I feel like they've never been like, camera and run away. They've always been very comfortable in front of the camera. They've gotten better because they've done it repetitively. Like anybody else would, but it's always been their personality to just be themselves.
Well, they want to talk.
That's what my whole talking was going around.
They want to talk.
They will tell you in a heartbeat, I love to talk. When's my turn to be on camera? Nowadays, we're trying to do a shot with just us, and you'll see a hand come up on the camera. I'm like, do you have to be in the shot right now? Like, can you say something?